Hi everybody, this is Susie. I am super excited to be back crafting. I had gone on a trip to see my daughter, and as most of you know, I'm disabled, and it took quite a bit out of me, more than I thought it would, and it's taken me a little while to get back in the swing, but I have a super awesome card to share with you guys, and I hope you like it. It's a fun fold card, or fancy fold card. I designed it, but I don't know if, there's possibly somebody else once upon a time designed the same thing. I have no idea, but anyways, with that said, I am excited to share this with you guys. I'm going to be using this stamp set, or this collection actually, the Signs of Santa. It's the new one of the new stamp sets out of the new holiday catalog that just went live about a week or so ago. But anyhow, so I'm going to be using this stamp set. I'm only going to be using this little stamp that says North Pole though, and I'm going to be using the Santa's Workshop Memories and More card pack, and I'm going to be using the what is it called? Usually it's a little different than the stamp name. Santa's Workshop Specialty Designer Series paper. And any who's-its. With that said, let me show you. I have a little prototype of the card, and actually have that stapled on there incorrectly, but any who's-it. So this is a little, my little template for the card. So what you want to do is you're going to take a piece of, I'm using Whisper White, sorry, geez, where's my brain? Anyhow, I'm using Whisper White, and I'm using the regular weight Whisper White, not the thick one. Typically for card base, if I was using the Whisper White for a card base, I would use the thick one, but because this has so many layers, the thick one that the first one that I made is quite a bit bulky, and it doesn't quite function as well as I would like it to. So I'm going to be using this, like I said, the regular weight Whisper White, and you're going to cut that to 5.5 by 11. And then, I've got as many things as I possibly can done up ahead of time, so you guys don't have to sit and watch me do stuff that's taking too long. But anyhow, so you're going to cut your piece to 5.5 by 11, and then you're going to score it at 3 7/16, okay, and then you're going to flip it around and score it on the other side at 3 16, going this, with the long way up on the board, or using your trimmer. The trimmer has a scoring tool in it also. Well, actually, I'm going to wait to do that and do the other part first. Okay, so I'm going to grab my trimmer, and I wanted you guys to see this part. Okay, so you're going to take your paper, and hopefully you guys can see my score marks. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and fold this just so you guys can see my score mark. You can see it better then. Okay, I think that's, yeah, now you guys can see. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to decide which end is your top and which end is your bottom, and your top is going to be at the upper part of your board, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're going to, oops, let me scoot that up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you're gonna put the point, and you can see where your cut line is on your trimmer, so you're gonna put the point of the bottom corner on your trimmer where the cut mark is, and then you're going to line up your score mark. Not exactly on your score mark, you're going to want to be on this side of your score mark. And once you get that lined up perfectly, you're going to cut that. Okay. And you won't need that piece anymore. Alright, and then you're going to do it on this side, and you're going to do this one on the far side. On the bottom is going to be your point mark. And then again, you're going to move this over till it lines up just before your score mark on the cut side, because you don't want to cut into your score mark, but you want it like right there, right super close to it. And okay, I got that lined up now. Alright, and I'm going to cut that. Awesome. Okay. Alright, so now we have this. This is what we're left with right here. Okay, so now you're going to want to cut 4 of, well, you actually need 2 of these pieces, and 2 of them make 4 pieces. So you're going to cut your pattern paper, your DPS, at 5 1/4 by 3 3/16. Okay. And then what you're going to want to do, and each of these is going to be cut a little different, and that's because your pattern paper that you're using, you're going to use the same side of the paper for each piece. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to take one of the pieces, and you're going to line that up in the corner of your cut line, and then you're going to kitty corner it, and you're going to line the other corner in your cut line. And you just take your time until you get this just right. This is definitely a part you want to get just right, or it's not going to line up correctly. I found that out the hard way. Alright, so now you're going to want to cut that. Okay? And sometimes it helps if you start your cut in the middle of your piece so it doesn't kind of crinkle up your corner like it did mine. Okay, so now you've cut that one there, and you're going to want to cut another one. So with this one, with the first one, let me scoot that up. Here, I'll move these out of the way. So the first one that we cut, we put this corner in the cut line and this corner in the cut line. Okay, on this one, you're going to switch it. You're going to put this one in your cut line, and the other opposite corner on your cut line of your trimmer. And like I said, get that lined up just right. Okay, and once you got that just right, actually I'm going to move my blade so you can see what I'm talking about. So move your blade to the center of the paper and then puncture it. What that does that way is, because we're cutting into the corner on both of these, you don't want it to smush up your corner or tear your corner off. Okay, so now that you got that all lined up, you're gonna cut that. Okay. And so now that you have your 4 pieces cut, I'm gonna bring the card base in, move this out of the way. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean, why you need 4 of those pieces. And my trimmer kind of made my edge of my paper kind of jaggedy, so I'm just going to use my bone folder and kind of flatten that cut line out. Okay, so, and I will show you why you need to cut them opposite. So I'm going to be using this awesome paper. It's fuzzy, it's flocked, and it is really, really gorgeous. Okay, so I have this one going here, and this one on this side. So when you cut your piece, you have this one and this one. And if you're using the same side of your pattern paper on the front of your card, this one won't work for here. The only way it would work for here is if I turned it over. So that's why we're going to cut 2 of them, and that's why you have to cut them each differently. So one would be cutting up this way, and the other one would be cutting up this way. Alright, and then these are my 2 pieces for the front. Okay, so I'm going to get busy putting this together. I'm going to move these off to the side. And I'm going to use wet glue because it gives me that little bit of extra wiggle room that I need. Okay, so okay. Right, and then we're going to turn it to the inside, and we are going to glue this on this way. Wait a minute, wrong one. Guess what, you guys? Well, this is something you want to be mindful of. This has a pattern with the bows coming down this way. If I use this side, they're going the wrong way. Darn it. Darn it anyways. Oh man, that'll drive me crazy. I don't want to do that. I am literally out of that paper, you guys. That stinks. Oh no. Crisis. Oh, jeez. Now what am I gonna do? Well, this is still kind of wet. I'm gonna take that off, and I'm going to have to come back with you guys in just a minute because I need to find a different piece of pattern paper to go on the inside. Okay, so the first one that I cut, you need to make sure that your guys are facing the right way. Okay, so my first one I did this direction, and this one I need to do this direction. Okie dokie. Alrighty, so let's get this on here. Well, I guess the one good thing about using this piece is that we don't have to worry about gluing the flocking down. Oops, my glue got all gummy on me. Naturally. Alright, let's get this going here. Down. Alright, perfect. Okay, and okay, so this piece is beautiful, but this piece came out of the Santa's Workshop card kit, and that I'm going to layer right here in the center. Santa's Workshop card set or project kit is so stinking cute. I just love this. This whole collection is adorable. Oops, I need to get that up a little higher. Okay, so what I did was I cut out some of the images in the pattern paper. Let me pull them all up here. All these little cuties that I got here. Okay, and then after I fussy cutted them out, I glued them onto black cardstock, and then I cut that out, and then I took a little bit of stickles, and I put it on her little heart, and her cheeks, and her little holly up here, and I put it on the Santa's beard and the belts of the little elves, and I also put it on here for the snow. Okay, and then I, out of the blended season, the die set that came in that set, this is the middle one, and so I cut that out, and this is going to be for a message for somebody to write on the inside of the card. And I gotta kind of layer things so that things aren't going to show. But before that, I almost forgot. Shame on me. Okay, so this is a piece of glimmer paper, and let me see my measurements here. So you need to cut a piece of this, and this is the heavyweight Whisper White. You're going to want to use a heavier weight cardstock for this part, and it measures 2.5 by 2.5. And then this is a piece of glimmer paper that measures 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Okay, so you're going to want to layer them together. Okay. turn this around. Let me grab my pencil. Alright, so you're going to want to put a little tiny one that you can erase pretty easily. Just put a little teeny tiny mark at the top of the card up here so that you know where the middle is roughly. Okay, and you're going to want to line this up, and that middle mark just helps you get it lined up straight. And you're going to want to do glue on the back side of this from here to here, but don't put any glue from about a half an inch down. Okay, and this paper makes it real easy to line it up because this is a straight line, so that's the line that I'm using to eyeball it to get it lined up. And you really want to put a decent amount on there too because you are gluing it on flocking, and you're going to have to hold this for a couple of minutes, or for a minute really. Awesome. Okay, and because you didn't glue it all the way down, I'm not going to mess around with that too much right at the moment. I'm going to let that dry. Okay, and alrighty, I have one more piece of, oh, I bet I know where it went. It probably went under the glass. Aha! I found it. It went behind my glass, or underneath it rather. Okay, there's the other one. So cute. Figure out where my Santa's gonna go, and I'm gonna place him or glue him down, and I want to make sure that where I glue him down at, you can't see it when you can't see him when the cards are when the card is closed. And that's pretty good. It could go down a tiny bit more. Alright, so I'll leave that there, and I'll know to glue that just right above it. Okay, let's get some glue on this. I'm going to do a combination of glue and fast fuse. I'm going to put tape on the back of this, and I'm going to put some glue on it in places too. Okay, and my glue is right there. Okay, so I'm gonna put some glue basically wherever there's no tape. That way between the two of them, one of them should work. I would hope so anyways. Okay. Alright, so let's place him right here. Alright. And then, same thing with this. I'm going to use fast fuse and some glue on it. Okay. And that is the inside. How stinking cute. Alrighty, and then let's get this little guy on here. And again, I'm working with glitter, so I'm going to use some double stick method again. I'm going to pop this up on foam. And what I did was I put my piece on top of a piece of fun foam, and then I just cut it out around it. I like using full pieces of foam like this because it gives you a more even surface. You don't get the dips and the highs and the lows and stuff like that. So that's why I do it this way. Oop, that I did not mean to do. Get off of there. That is some sticky stuff, I'll say that for it. It really is sticky. And I do like it. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so stinking cute. Alrighty, and my little mama, I don't know if I'm gonna use her on this project. I kind of got a lot going on here. Alright, so I'm not going to use Mrs. Claus. And the reason why you don't glue the very bottom is because that tucks in like that. I watched a video tutorial that oh my gosh, her name's Gayla, Stamp with Joy. I will have her link in the description area for you guys to go check out her channel. I love her. She is amazing. She is the sweetest lady ever. And I learned so much from watching her videos. But she had did a video where part of the card tucked in, and so it got me thinking, and that's where I definitely my inspiration for this card for sure. Alright, so then the last one we have here is this little guy, and before we put that one down, I have the North Pole stamp out of the Signs of Santa stamp set, and I'm gonna stamp that in black right here on that little sign. Alright, and I have a little stamp pad here that I'm gonna put it on since we are using a photopolymer stamp set. And I have not stamped this yet, so I'm going to stamp off a couple times to kind of prime it a little bit and get a feel of how the stamp works. Okay. Make sure that's stamped up good. And pardon my head, you guys. Perfect. Yay, look at that. Awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys, this card is so stinking cute. Alright, and I have a little piece of foam that I cut out around the little shape that I'm going to glue on. And again, I'm going to put some of that tape on there. And I am going to pop a little bit of glue on this. And oh my gosh, you guys. This is so stinking cute. I am in love. This is so stinking cute, you guys. And then it just pops out and open, and voila. Isn't this so cute? And then pop that under there. This is one of my most favorite cards, you guys, I think I've ever made. I love this card. I think it is so stinking cute. Anyways, well, I thank you guys for watching, and thank you for hanging in there. I know that I've made a few blunders on this video, but anywho's, it all worked out in the end. That's all that matters. So anyways, I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.